Morning guys, how you going? On my way out again today. I'm going to head out to Kevin's place. It's pretty early, it's 6:15 in the morning, and I'm already in shorts and a t-shirt. So it's going to be pretty warm, so I'm not going to be here all that long. I'm just going to shoot out, do a couple of burrows and then shoot back home. Give the ferrets a little bit of a run before it gets too hot. 8 ferrets with me today, and I'll do the back paddock at Kevin's place, and there's still a few small ones out there. So looking forward to another good morning. It's a beautiful morning this morning. Birds will be singing. There's no breeze, there's no wind to speak of, so it should be a fantastic day. Got both the dogs, and oh, there's one on the road. Couple just up here on the left hand side, right there, on there, just in front of the car. There's a few running in there. Sit down, settle down. Alright guys, I'll get this camera back on once I get set up. There's quite a couple on that burrow right there. We've got 10 or 15 rabbits I've just seen drop in there. Just on the left there. Sit down, please. Having a bit of a look around out the paddock while I'm up on this hill. Yeah, there is a burrow straight across here. I might just shoot over and have a look at that. I can see, because I'm on top of the hill, I can see out over the paddock. Spot a couple out here on the burrow, so I'll shoot over and do that one straight away. Not sure how big it is. I thought I did that burrow, but anyway, maybe not. Gotta be careful because there's burrows all through this paddock. Just about driving over a couple of them. There's one just there. Alright. I thought I did this burrow. Maybe not. We'll see. Definitely someone there. There's one just sitting there right now. Just dropped in. Right, we'll do this burrow here, guys. Get back to you. I'll just set it up and get back to you. Kevin's just finished milking his cows. I'll just put this camera on. Just a little burrow. I can only see 3 holes, but I did see a couple drop in it, 1 or 2. I thought, oh yeah, a big hawk right there. I thought, oh yeah, I'll give it a go. I might get Chase out. Grace is looking pretty keen. Maybe I'll get Grace. Oh, Grace. All right, Grace. Yeah, she's I put her in with Spike for a day, and she hasn't gone completely off heat, but we'll see. Go on, girl. 8 years old, mate, still going. We'll see what the old girl's got. She's still a savage. I took a bit of footage out here the other day that didn't come out on the camera, and and I was working Grace that day, and gee, she's still a savage. One of the rabbits come out into the net, and she locked onto it right behind it, and it took me ages, not ages, but it took me about 2 or 3 minutes just to get her off the rabbit. While I'm here, I'll address a couple of things just to the people who follow me YouTube. Had a couple of questions. One guy said that he's been breeding his ferret a couple of times and it wasn't getting pregnant. Now, I'm not sure if you've bred that ferret before and you know if it's actually sterile or not, or whether, you know, it's infertile. If not, then the only thing that I could possibly suggest is sometimes if you put them in a little bit too early, they can miss. For whatever, maybe they're not quite ready to be bred, and you put them in early in your haste, and they can miss. You know, it happens. Other than that, I can't really help you, mate. I can't. If you know the buck's all right, and you know that she's had kits before, then maybe she's too old. Can be the other thing. But other than that, I can't really think of anything. And one other bloke said about having your dogs in front of the holes and to being a little bit more quiet. Now, I understand all them sort of things. I've been at this game for a long time. And the quieter you are, the better it is. But usually only for the first couple of rabbits. When you've got dogs running above the ground, the rabbits are very, very aware that you're there. So when you got a ferret biting you and they're fleeing for their lives, already knowing that you're here, when you're setting the nets and all up, make no mistake, them rabbits, they can hear you quite well. So they know that you're there. Being quiet does help, but it's not to be an end all. Like you'll see my dogs like that, standing right over the holes, running backwards and forwards. And remember when I used to have Cash, he was backwards and forwards, just never non-stop. And the rabbits still bolt. Yes, it might make a little bit of difference if you stay quiet. We all know that. But that being said, like I said, it's not to be an end all. They still bolt, as you've seen in the hundreds of videos that I've put up. So yeah, you're right, mate. Thanks for the tip, but you know, like I said, I've been at this game a while, so I'm well aware of being quiet does result a better net result. That's the only trouble with Grace. She's 8, but she's still catching them. And she's caught one of these 100%. 100%. And I was saying that with Graham. You said, you know, like she's such a beautiful ferret. She's the best type ferret that I've got out of all the Jewels, Grace. The only downfall with her is throughout her life she's caught a few more than most of the other Jewels, but you can't really blame her for that, can you? She's just a real savage, mate. There's no nipping with her. Once she gets anywhere near a rabbit, she just locks straight onto it immediately. I have no question in my mind whatsoever that she's already caught one. Could hear a big thump down here. But a beautiful morning. Bloody fantastic. Birds are singing and the sun is shining. Very little breeze. Oh, dog heard something. She's definitely killing one. What I might do is just drop Tilly in the other side. Grace is out here killing one because I can hear it thumping underground. So I might just see if I can get Tilly. There she is. And I'll drop Tilly, who's been working really good lately, back to herself. And I'll drop her in the other section of the burrow. I know it goes in two sections because that hole there goes out that way and around. And this is a different, this one goes out this way and around. You can see by which way the direction is. This burrow's got two holes, one going that way, one going that way. What I want to try and do is get her to go that way, if I can. Yep, she went the way I wanted her to, which is out that way. Big openings on this. Have a look how big that is. There's one going that way, one that way, and on that one goes that way, out and around. Looks like it goes in a big circle. Graham went out yesterday with Charlie. Charlie's the guy that I got Lagatha and Ragnar off. And Graham went out with him yesterday. I think they got 20, I think he said 27 in pretty short amount of time. But he's in a really good area too though, Graham. The area that he's in, there's an abundance of rabbits. Within an hour of his house, there is plenty. I mean, he catches them 5 minutes up the road like me, but if you drove an hour around his house and you tried to count the amount of rabbits there would be there, it's a phenomenal amount. When I was a kid, I used to do a lot of ferreting around that area. And if you tried to tell people the amount of rabbits that were there back then, no one would believe you. They've got, it's sort of rolling hills with a few, just rolling hills, but the hills, some of them are pretty big. And when you were walking in the valleys up towards these hills, the entire hill looked like it was moving. That's how many rabbits were there. And it was nothing for us to get over a weekend, a couple hundred rabbits every time we went. The spotlighting, you'd walk in paddocks like this, and you know, you'd be chasing rabbits every 10 yards and they're just running out of the grass in front of you. At night time there was thousands of them. So we didn't use a lot of nets back then. I was doing a bit of shooting. I was just starting to get into shooting. And we used to just use the ferrets during the day and use shotguns over the burrows. So when you talk about noise and stuff like that, like, I understand. You're not going to get much more noise than standing on a burrow. When a rabbit runs out, you blast it with a shotgun. You've killed it, haven't you? Well, there was two in there. They might be in the dead end. We'll see. I've got full confidence in Grace's ability, that's for sure. Tilly back down. I'll just try and fix this now a bit. Ground is rock hard. I'm struggling to push the pegs in. The ground's a bit soft for about the first inch and a half, and then it's just rock solid. Always these smaller burrows, and you'll notice that if you watch enough of my videos and listen to what I try and tell you, these 2 or 3 hole burrows are the ones that you always wait a lot on. And I have explained many times why, my theory why. You dig enough ferrets out, you'll learn. You know, when you've got trackers on them and you do these type of burrows, you can see, you know, they're always in a dead end. These go out and around, and there'll be a couple of offshoots off them, and the rabbits go to the end of the offshoots, put their head in the corner and don't budge. Sometimes if you persist, they get sick of getting bitten and make a run for it. Headed up that way. Dog can definitely hear something. Telly back down. Hope they hurry up because it's going to warm up quick, mate. There's a rabbit over there running, look. There's a couple sitting on that burrow just there. Young though, they're young. Just have a quick look. Oh yeah, a couple of young ones, two or three young ones. There's a burrow right there. Not many holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 holes. Be a good one to do. Didn't see many sitting on it, just the kits. This one I've seen a couple sitting on it though, and they were about half grown. Seen Grace come up and go back down. Oop, there's one. Hey, hey, hey! Oh. Alright, mine. Mine. Good dogs. Big buck. So it took them a little while, but they got it out. Move. Grace. Right behind it. Good girl. So she would have killed one of the young ones and got the big one out. Come on, girl. Good girl. There's Tilly. Oh, that rabbit scratched me when I went to get it out of the net. It scratched me up. See that? Oh, Grace. Good girl, you got him out eventually, didn't you? We'll get the Chew-Meister out. Hey, Chewy. All the kits are looking real good at home. I've been taking a few videos, so if you're interested, they're on my YouTube. You'll see the kits. There's Chewy. Beautiful type ferrets there, they are. They're still very much improving, these young cup bucks. This is their first season, and they're just getting better and better. But they do catch quite a few, the bucks, the cup bucks. Look, it just stands to reason, because they're bigger and stronger, when you get your rabbits that are hesitant, and they allow the ferrets to, when they run in circles, eventually the ferret can get a chance at grabbing them. When these bigger ferrets grab them, they can't get away. When the smaller jewels grab them, they can drag them along, and if you can imagine the burrow inside of an opening where the ferret grabs hold of it, and then it runs and it comes to a narrower part of the burrow with the ferret hanging on it. With a cut buck, when they hit the narrow parts, they can't push them off, and the bigger ferrets can stop them. But with the smaller jewels, sometimes because of they haven't got as much power and they're smaller, they're not as strong, that sort of thing, it can knock them off. Just things like that. The females just can't hang on to them as well. And that's just a size, physiology thing. The males are just bigger and stronger. Tilly. Been about 5 minutes since I've had the camera on, and Chewy's still in there. And he'll be on that dead rabbit that Grace would have killed over here. Look. Or he could be killing those. There he goes. I've just seen Chewy right behind that kit. There you go. Oh, look at all the dust. Oh, big bolt. Put the air guard on soon. Flies are already starting to get annoying. Birds a drink. Gonna get the air guard. Air guard. Must have this time of year, mate. See all the flies there, look at that. On the knife. I've already gutted that rabbit and put it in the esky. Oop. Oh, well done, Zip. Good girl, Zip. Good boy. Give it to me. Good boy. One of the kids. We'll go straight in the esky. There's Chewy right behind it. He's looking for it. Dot, 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 dot. Back down. He goes, where is it? Mine. Good girl, Zip. Leave it. Good catch, Zip. Good girl. Good dogs. Good dogs. Might cut this and put it straight into the ferret cage. Actually, I might hang on to it and put it with the kits when I get home. It's a good one for the kits. Plenty of ice in the esky. Well needed this time of year. So these two boys are having some fun in here killing these kits. Beautiful birds, those hawks. Nice fang. Right, Fang and Chewy back. They just killed a few kits and come out. There you go. That burrow's done. That hawk just swooped down and got that rabbit. Rabbit guts. We've just moved up a little bit, guys, to where that other burrow was I showed you just before. And we'll just whack down a few purse nets on this. Be a good one to leave open for the dogs to have a run. But
I want to catch a couple as well. I might leave 1 or 2 holes open, we'll see. See how I feel. Bloody ground's rock hard, so you can't even push these metal pegs in. There's a bolt hole there too. But there is rabbits in here, no question. I don't know how many of them are kits, but all the ones I've seen were young. But I suspect there'll be 1 or 2 bigger ones. So we're going to get held up a little bit. When there's kits like that in the burrow, you're always going to get held up. Look, you've got to wait for the ferrets to kill the young ones. Simple as that. They'll chase them around a little bit, catch them and kill them. I might even have to hammer that one in. When you hammer your pegs in, you know if you had to dig your ferrets out, mate, you're in a lot of trouble. Jeez, rock solid. Sandy ground, yeah, it's sandy all right. Chase. Chase and storm. Let's see. It doesn't go anywhere. I don't know about that one. I don't think it goes in there, does it? Come on, Storm. You're a beautiful ferret. Really beautiful ferret. One of Spike's kits. Big, long in the body. Beautiful kit. She was. And a cracking worker, mate. Go on, make a lie out of me. Have a bit of a sniff. Quick. Come on. Off she goes. I'll just grab another net out. Have one ready. We're probably going to get a couple out of here, I would imagine. And that one's ready. This paddock was completely inundated with myxomatosis not all that long ago, and that's alleviated a little bit substantially. Might move the ferrets into the shade. That's another tip for you young guys that are ferreting in Australia especially. Ferrets don't like the heat at all. So every chance you get, keep them as cool as possible. Put them in the shade. Because if you leave them in the sun, you might not think it's that hot, but it it zaps their strength and stamina. They don't like to work when it's hot. They get sleepy. And you learn that by when you're working them in the warmer weather, they'll come out of the burrow and they'll just lie on the edge of the burrow in the shade. Oop, there's one. Good dogs. Mine. Mine. There's a net in a minute. Excuse me. Oh, very hard to get in. Nice big rabbit. Oh, dog's heard something. Oh, there's one. Good boy. Get him, get him, get him. Get him. Good girl, Zip. Good girl, Zip. Good girl. That's one of the kits I've seen go in there. Probably a few more too. Oh, oh, it's a bunch of kits. Good girl, Zip. Good boy, Fleet. Good boy. A little bit bigger. There's only a couple coming out then, they got one of them. A lot of dusty. Alright, mine, mine. Good dogs. Chase right behind it. Oh, yeah. Back down. Bloody good ferret, that Chase. I'm so happy to have her back. A tragedy if I didn't get her. Not a tragedy, but you know, she's a good, honest ferret, you know. She's no world beater, but she's a good, honest ferret. A lot of people would underrate that ferret, but I don't. I can see what she is. Good, honest, reliable ferret. No world beater, but if you take her out, you'll always get a few. She's good enough to feed herself and not lose any weight for 2.5 weeks, let's just say that. Ooh. Hey, move, move, move. Oh, it got out of the net. Oh, I can hear it. Ferret dragged it back down. Look at all the dust coming up out of there, mate. Look at that. Sorry, rabbit, but your history. General, he hasn't been in yet. The General. Ooh. Seen a kit run in there. Go get him, boy. So still a couple of kits kicking around. Oh, there's one. Good boy, Fleet. Good boy, Fleet. That's a good boy. General back down. Hello, Chase. Dot, 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 dot. Haven't seen Storm for a little while. Oh, there's a kit. Came up, seen the dog, ran back down. Probably run straight back onto a ferret. It would have been chasing it. Dog's got it this time. Half barreling. No mixo at all now. Ferret right behind it. Looked like, who is it? The General, I think. It's a little bit quick for me, but it looked like the General. You know, there's Storm. Back down 100 miles an hour, mate. Hi, Storm. Dot, 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 dot. Oh, there's another ferret, another rabbit. Good dogs. Bring him to me. Get him, get him, get him. Mine. Plate. Good boy. Good boy. Dot. Like the General right behind it. Yep, General. And off he goes. So we're getting a few now. Good job, girl. Good girl. Good girl. So much like Trixie, that ferret. Just her character. Real chuckler. Trixie doesn't chuckle, but when I say they're similar, like they'll play, like they'll come out, they'll see you, they'll want to say, oh, how you going? And they'll run over and play a bit and then straight back to work. Like that. She likes people and she likes to be out. And that's their way of showing you. Start to pick them up now. Who's left in there? Is that Tilly? It's not Tilly. Geez, Storm and Tess are so alike. Jeez, it's very hard to tell them apart, mate. But I know Storm's character. They're almost bloody identical. I'll just give Tess a run. So many good ferrets now. Good ferrets, they're not. I don't have any that you would say are no good. You start rattling through the names and then you think of their qualities, you know, and you think, geez, it's a pretty good team I got. Pretty good team we got going on. And to think some of the best ones are still at home with kits. Lagatha we know is no slouch, and Trixie we know all about, don't we? And Jess, which is Tessa's sister, she's pregnant now too. So they're all at home as well. Lagatha, Trixie and Jess. I've got a friend that I talk to regularly on my YouTube and Facebook, and he showed some interest in that pink-eyed. A lot of dust coming up there, so there's something going on. Okay. Yeah, he showed a lot of interest in that pink-eyed Jill, the one that I had a Lagatha. She's a big Jill. She's the biggest in the litter, and she's a girl. And the only one with pink eyes, the only white one. Two polecats with a lot of really dark polecats in their line, and she threw a pink-eyed white that's almost pure white. And I was umming and ahhing about hanging on to that ferret, but we'll see. You know, if he wanted it bad enough, I'll give it to him. As long as he's going to work it. Still a big... Oh, dog's got one, I think. Good boy, Fleet. Good boy, mate. No. That's the general right behind it. Back he goes. He's back to himself, mate. He's going real good. He's looking for it. He says, oh, look at what he's done to it. Look at its head. That's the general for you, mate. Look at that rabbit's head. I don't know if you can see it. You made a mess of it, buddy. And back. Oh no, he's still looking for it. He knows he chased it out, that's why. Back down. Off he goes. Oh, there he is. I'll grab him if I get a chance. No, he's gone back down. Another half grown. Beautiful day out here. Nothing better I like than being out in the bush. I mean, this isn't bush, but you know what I mean, out in the field. Birds are all singing. Sun's nice. Doing what I love doing. Oh, there's something. Dog almost got another one then. Just caught him out of the corner of my eye. You've caught a couple today, old girl. You got a couple today, didn't you, girl? I know you're getting old. Can't believe how old she's getting, mate. Time just bloody flies. That's what I say, mate. Enjoy your life, because it goes past faster than you think. 1 minute you're 20, next minute you're my age. Oh, there's a lot of dust here, mate. And there, jeez. There's a whole lot going on. Just seen a ferret zoom past there. So there's still rabbits in there, they're still chasing them about. So they bolted 7 out of there already. And they've killed a few underground, so. Oh look, there's another one. Hoo 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 hoo! Huh. Lucky rabbit. Very lucky rabbit, mate. Oh, this one's not so lucky. There's another one. That's 8, 9. I've bolted 9 out of there now, and we've caught 8. Missed that one. Thought the dogs would have picked that up, but it turned him off. You were sitting behind it, mate. You're losing a bit of pace, buddy. That's all right, mate. I understand. Well, I did mention that last time that the fleet's starting to use. Oh, there's another one. Losing a bit of pace. There's a general right behind it. It's a nice rabbit, mate. All right, mine. Good boy. So they're very stubborn today. General's working good. Back to himself. Pop, 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 pop. Pop, 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 pop. That's the general. Good boy. Alright, we'll pick him up now. I'll just put him away first. So we got enough, you know. I might do another burrow or two. We'll see. It's starting to get really hot already. I've got to gut all these rabbits and put them in the esky soon. We got about a dozen, thereabouts. Look, you could stay out and do this paddock. If you did it all day, you'd walk away with 50 without trying too hard, unless you got held up. And they're not really bolting good today. Like they're very hesitant. But the ferrets are working them and pushing them. Very hesitant. Just to the people out there who are making ferret nets, don't cheap out on the rings. Like this would have been a really good net had you used proper rings on it, instead of these shitty cheap ones that you put on there that are already rusting. They're as light as a feather and blowing around in the wind. If you're making nets, don't cheap out on the rings. Charge a little bit more and make them properly. You think you're saving money, you're not. You're giving yourself a bad name. Because I'll never buy them off you again. And you'll never get recommended. And you've got someone like me on your side, and I point people in your direction, you are going to get the odd customer from me, mate, to make no mistake. Like these ones, proper rings, heavy rings, thick rings. Not those light, cheapy garbage they got on the other ones. Pretty hard when there's a lot of kits around because you always get held up like this. But the good news is you expect it. I was having a laugh at Graham too yesterday when I was speaking to him after he was coming back. And he was talking about rabbit shit and the size of rabbit shit. About the males and the females, how the size is different and you can pick which rabbits are in the area, blah blah blah. And I was laughing, you know, it was good for a laugh. I didn't know anyone could be a rabbit shit expert, but Graham is. So maybe we'll call you Graham the Shitman. How's that sound? Just kidding, buddy. Yeah, that's funny. Really is a nice part of the country out here, isn't it? Oh, something happened here. Dog almost got it. Oh, I didn't get it on camera, but there's only one ferret in there now. I'm not even sure which one it is, but it's still working. Dog flew over here then, just missed it. Oh, there it is, got it. Good boy. It's a nice one. All right, my mate. Yeah. Only one ferret in there, but it's still doing the job. Could be Tilly. There he is. It's Tess. Alright girl, we'll pick you up. You work good, Tess. Look at the fur. Look at the fur on her claws, mate. She must have been scratching at it for a while. Good girl, Tess. I know you want to keep working. It's over, girl. It's over. All right, let me gut these rabbits. Bit of a pile. Alright guys, I'll gut these rabbits, pack all the nets up. Might do one or two more small burrows and get a couple more, I suppose. Always the way, guys. I just drove up for a little bit from where we were, and I haven't been to this part of the paddock. I could see a whole bunch of burrows just out in there. But I was coming along and I spotted this one. And I'm in two minds to get the long nets out and do it, but it's a beauty, mate. Look how big it is. I might just leave it till next time, so I've got a bit of time because it's getting really hot. But it's a beautiful burrow, mate. It is on both sides of the fence, but you can just climb straight under it. It's like you can just go, and the gate, there's got a gate there too that you can open, and it's already open, the gate. So you put a long net right around it. Geez, it's a beauty. Look at that. A ripping burrow, mate. Looks to be reasonably active. So I'll leave that for next time. I thought I'll drive around, I might do one or two more, and a lot of fresh shit on it, fresh piss down there. Look at that. Great burrow, mate. Beautiful. Be holding a few big breeding burrow, this one. It goes all the way out to there. So you have to put the long net all the way around. But I'll do that. But not today. I was umming it. Look at the rabbit fur there. Right there. So there's a bunch of burrows just over there. But I just wanted to do one or two, maybe one. I'll do one more. It's getting too hot. Smaller burrows, you know. And these ones here look like they'll fit the bill just nicely. Jesus, they're just everywhere. Look at that. Nice small easy burrow. Looks like it's active. Another one less than, what is it, less than 15 yards away. You got this one. This one here. Less than 10 yards away, you got this one here. This one here. Less than 10 yards away, you got this one here. So quite a bit to do in this paddock, you know. And I have done that one over there, the one on that log there. But there's a great big one behind it. Might wait till Graham or someone comes up to tackle that one. It's pretty big. So yeah, quite a few little burrows here. I can pick one of them out now and do it. I might do the smallest one. Probably one of the ones on the edge. And if I get a rabbit or two, it'll be good. Then I'll go home. Because it is starting to really warm up fast. This one here's only got 4 or 5 holes. I might just do that. They've all got about not much more than that anyway, but this one looks the most active by a long shot. That one and this one. Oh, this is the one here. This one here. This looks very active. One, two, three, four, five. Might just do this one. I'll put Chewy and Fang in it, give them another run, and then go. I'll leave the others for another day, guys. There's plenty. Look, I'm only up the road. I've got enough. It's getting too hot. And it's right on the creek. The creek, it's almost like a river. Just over there, just on the others where those big trees are there. But that's a beauty, that burrow. Anyway, I'll set up a few nets and get back to you. Just having a look at this burrow, guys. I'll get me 2 boys out and give them a run through it. The 2 young guns, the 2 brothers, Fang and Chewy. But I was having a look at this burrow, mate, and I wouldn't be at all surprised if they all join. It's so deep, and one of them, this, I mean, that's only 10 yards away, and this burrow here, it's deep, it's real deep, and it heads straight over there. But it might go around in a circle and come this way, but I wouldn't be at all surprised if they join. But I'll put these 2 in, see what they can do. Put Fang in there. Oh, gangster. Gangster the gangster. Off he goes. Let's see what the 2 boys can do. I'll stand over here in the shade. It's really warming up now. He's back out. What are you doing, Chewy? Q-Meister. Come on, mate. I'll put you over here then. Don't like that hole. That's alright, mate. Try that one. Off he goes. He likes that one better. It's really starting to heat up. Dogs can hear something. Oh, I can hear a big thump. Dogs can hear it too. One of the cows coming over for a look. Oh, there's one. As soon as I go to the car, missed it. Good boy. Bangs right behind it. Back down. Nice rabbit. Big buck. You're a whopper, mate. You're a bloody whopper. Chewy. Oh, we got one out of it. You come up out of that big hole this time, mate. Alright guys, I'm going to call it there. It's starting to get too hot. Look, I could keep putting them through and maybe get another one or two, but it's getting way too warm and I'm going to get going before it gets too bloody hot. So a pretty successful day. I think we got 14 altogether. 14 or 15. So a pretty successful sort of a day. Been a very, very enjoyable day out in the field. It's just getting a little bit too warm. No, bang. You come running over to me. Good boy. So another successful and very enjoyable day. So ends another day, mate. Well, not at the end of the day, but the end of the ferreting day. Said it before, say it again. Whatever you're doing in life, make sure you enjoy, because it goes past way too fast. Stay safe. Bye for now.